Hey there, it's Michael, and I'm here with my friend Tammy Dirdak. Tammy and I have been talking lately about the journey that all of us go on, that I've been calling the hero's journey that each of us face. And one of the things that Tammy and I have been really zeroing in on is the sense that Tammy had when she was really young, a call even into ministry, and really with some confidence back behind it as well. And then there was this sense of what she called a wilderness journey, where it took longer than what she had first thought and expected and worked itself out differently than she had figured in her head in advance. Tammy, tell us a little bit about that wilderness journey and maybe even a couple of the things in particular that made it difficult from call to really responding to what God had for you.
I would say that in college age, definitely had a call where God had a calling on my life, that God had promised some visions and prophecies even. And then that expectation as a young adult thinking this is going to happen right away.
Yeah.
And now 25, 30 years later, now again, I'm seeing some of those things start to come to fruition.
So Tammy, you said that there was a verse in particular that God was really putting upon your heart that even helped to frame some of that immediate expectation that you have. Tell us a bit about that verse and how that played out.
That was even in college in Habakkuk 2, where it said, wait for the vision, that it will tarry, but wait for it.
Yeah.
And so in my idea, it was going to happen right then, and I waited
at the next
a few
semester.
months. a few months, and then 25 years, or longer that it took for that to come into fruition. So
I think that there's that distance between what we expect and what the reality is going to be like that oftentimes does hinder us. I'd imagine you felt discouraged and frustrated. Do you ever feel like you gave up on that vision, or maybe thought that you heard incorrectly?
Not so much. Well, I thought maybe it was for that season then. I really thought, okay, this is kind of for that season. It was actually, I felt like I was put on the back burner almost, or like in hiding, that this is something that would happen, but for some reason I was on this back burner, or just kind of in hiding until God was working what He had to work in me, and wherever it's going to be.
That's so good. Yeah, that's great. So I'd imagine that some of you may find yourself in a similar situation as Tammy, where you're in kind of your own wilderness journey. And maybe that verse is really important for you to cling on to with a new set of expectations around it. Maybe that vision hasn't come to completion, or maybe that calling hasn't been brought to completion yet, but cling to it and seek the Lord in the midst of it, because if He's planted something, He will bring it to fruition. So blessings to you guys. Have a great day.